Hezekiah LUWAPELUMI is an amazing man. He's very romantic. My baby is romantic. And he's very funny. Very funny. Practically jokes about everything. Whatever happens, he will first make a joke out of his face so that at least the tension will calm down. Then we can then talk about it, plan about it, then find a solution to it.
My beautiful bride, my precious baby, like I call her, my sweetheart. She's more of God's gift to me. I remember we met at the Federal University of Agriculture in Abeokuta. Well, she just came in to submit a course form, and at that very moment there was a spark that led to something bigger.
So how we met was that he came to serve in my department. I was in my finals and he came to serve. So this particular day I had to go to my department to submit my course form, and I was expecting to meet a different corps member, but I met him and the time had gone, so they were not supposed to collect it from me that day. So when I entered, I was like, I want to submit my course form. He was actually on his phone. He was pressing his phone and he looked up like, come back tomorrow. And I just smiled. I said, you see this course form, I'm submitting it here today. And he looked up that, who is this guy? He now stood up and he walked around the table and came to meet me and collected the course form from me, and he's like, and he was looking at it. And I now looked at it that, I use this time to check my course form. And he looked at me boldly and he said, I'm not using style to check your course form. I'm actually checking your course form. Oh yeah, do whatever you want to do. So I just started laughing and he said, what was my name? My name is Favour. And well, okay, what level are you? I'm in my finals, and then the rest is story.
I have a message. Congratulations.
She's an amazing woman, very gentle in spirit, loving, caring, and a very friendly person that anyone would love to meet. She's the best thing that can ever happen to any man, and I'm privileged that I have received God's grace and I found favor in the sight of God. Interestingly, her name is Favour.
Favour, I've been my friend from secondary school, so she's a very nice person. She's awesome. I care. She's a friend that has the interest of others in her heart.
Favour is a kind girl. She's a caring girl. She's a smart girl. She's a loving girl.
Like, she's someone that carries your burden. Like, she just wants to be sure you're fine. And she's someone that reaches out to you, like, very well.
They will be a blessing to nations, blessing to people, blessing to society, and they will be fruitful in all sides.
My prayer and my wishes for this marriage is that, in all things, that we would fulfill God's plan, that this marriage prospers in the will of God, that this marriage prospers in fulfilling God's purpose on the heart. That through this marriage, many will come to learn what a marriage should look like, that many other families will be blessed. For both of us, it's always been our prayers that our marriage will be an example for the world. That even long after, it will be a story to be shared, the way we met, the way we came together, hopefully we hope to talk fully about it and, let the world see. And we hope that we believe by the grace of God, it's a bright future, and it's going to be a great example of what a Christian marriage should be.
Through many years, in many ways, I have seen His faithfulness forever and ever.
I pray that we would live together forever if Jesus tarries, and it would cause ministry to prosper in our hands, because Hezekiah is a man, is a pastor actually. So I pray ministry will prosper in his hands. Nothing will die in our hands. Nothing God has placed in our hands will die by the grace of God.
You know, God is the fundamental part of his life. And then added to that, you know, the Bible says to faith, add patience, add love. He's a good example of the believer.
A lover of God. Like he loves God so very much, and he's a man of prayer. He prays a lot, and he's a man that is given to the word of God. I mean, he studies the word, and he's a man of great faith. He has so much faith. He does not worry about anything. Sometimes when I tell him something, and he's like, okay, and he would find a solution to it, praying or he's just a man of great faith. Then he's an honorable man. He's very, very, very honorable, and I can't wish for a better man, really. I can't wish for a better man, and he's an answer to my prayer. Yes, and he even exceeded my expectations, because I wasn't even expecting this kind of, but he exceeded it, and I think that's the nature of God. He always exceeds our expectations, and that was what he did for me, giving me LUWAPELUMI Hezekiah. Meeting the parents for the first time, yes, any woman would be anxious actually, so I was anxious. But when I met them, wow, it was a very warm welcoming. I had a big embrace. Everybody just fell in love with me, and they made me feel at home, as if we've met like many years ago. They made me feel at home. They made me know that I am welcome into this family, and they love me, and I can see that the love is genuine, and I love them too.
I wish them every beautiful thing life have to offer. Yeah.
Pelumi and Favour, I wish you a happy married life, long life together.
I wish them best of luck. That is, in every areas of their life, they will experience God's favor.
Favour and Hezekiah, I wish you a happy married life. I love you guys.